You know what? I'm out of here. Oh my God. What did I just do? How to start a business. Don't worry, babe. I got your back. I will tell you everything that you need to know before starting your own business. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Laura and I'm a finance coach and entrepreneur based in Bali, and on this channel we explore the tools and strategies that help us to level up to live happier and richer lives. I had quite a journey in becoming a successful entrepreneur, and I'm sure as hell still growing and learning, but at least now I'm at a point where I can comfortably live from the profits of my businesses and even pay my team. But this wasn't always that way. Just last week, I thought, well, it would have been nice to know what's coming. So today I'm gonna share my real, raw, and honest opinions from my personal journey in becoming a successful entrepreneur. I'm gonna share 6 things you need to know before embarking on this journey. Obviously, everybody's journey is highly individual, but these things not only apply to my journey, but also to most of my friends that are entrepreneurs, business owners, or freelancers. Before I get started, please don't forget to hit the like button. It supports me a lot more than you might actually know. And also, if you feel that we have a connection, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss out on any more content that I post. Well then, let's jump straight into it. Number 1, your friends and family might not support you at all. And this is because most people in your environment, they don't want you to change. And if you embark on a journey to become an entrepreneur, to fulfill your dreams, you will grow and you will change. And the people that are close to you, they might find all the reasons why things might not work out for you. This sounds really bad, but they don't mean bad. They mean very well. They want you to be safe, they want you to be comfortable, and they don't want you to change. But if you are serious about this, about fulfilling your dream life, about going after your goals, you just cannot give any fucks. I don't know if you've ever heard about the crab effect. This is a very interesting effect that actually applies to our real life. If one single crab is placed in a bucket, it will easily climb out. But if you place it in a bucket with other crabs, an interesting phenomenon occurs. One at a time, as the crabs try to escape, other crabs in the bucket will pull them back down to their misery and the group's collective. When you pursue your dreams and get out there, go after them, get out of your comfort zone, you remind other people that did not go after their dreams that they didn't do it, and that it's not possible for them because they decided to maybe a long time ago. So when you put yourself out there and go after your dreams, you remind them that they didn't do that. And subconsciously, that's why they will hold you back. This is actually really heartbreaking because most of the time, it's the people that are closest to you. Most of the time, it's your family that is holding you back, that will tell you all the things that will not work or that might not happen, that might not work, just because they want to keep you safe. And sometimes it actually makes sense to not tell people about your ideas until you're 100% sure on what you want and you are 100% sure on that it will work out, and you have the faith and not a single argument can stop you anymore. Only when you have reached that level of confidence, it's actually safe to tell other people because they will not be able to hold you back. Number 2, there is no one-fits-all solution and there are no shortcuts. Haven't we all seen the ads on Facebook or on YouTube from all these gurus promising you grow a 6-figure business in just 1 month? If it's a specific funnel they sell, or if they sell like a webinar that you can just adapt and use for your business, the one blueprint that makes you successful. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that usually does not work. And most of the time, the only people making money with this are the gurus themselves, because it's their solution. They are selling you an illusion, they are selling you into that, and they make money with you, tons of money. You have to figure out what works for your individual business, message, niche, and also what feels right and authentic to you. This doesn't mean at all that you shouldn't hire coaches. I'm a huge promoter of like online courses, of hiring coaches to get you to that next level faster. It just means that you should be very mindful when hiring a business coach, when buying an online course, because if somebody promises the ultimate blueprint, the number one shortcut, one fits all solution that he offers to you and everybody else, it's probably kind of a scam. Just be very mindful on who you hire, because the coaching industry is a little bit fucked up. This comes from a coach, because as you know, I'm a finance and money coach, and I also usually do invest a lot myself into courses and coaching, but I'm just very, very picky in who I choose to work with, who I think I can actually learn something from, and who I feel inspired to work with. Number 3, you need to have a strong why. If you don't have a strong and compelling why, you might be giving up sooner or later. Because when shit hits the fan, and it always does, over and over again, you will doubt yourself and you will want to give up. There have been many, many, many times where I was so close to giving up. Because let's be honest, there are always reasons to give up. There's this thing not working out, then this is not working out, and this is not working out, and you have to figure it out all over again. But there are also always other realities to believe in available. It's obviously on what you choose to focus on. But if your why is not strong enough, it will be hard for you to keep going. Because at some point you will just ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing this for? And if you don't have a good enough answer for that, well, it's gonna be hard. For me personally, when I was at a corporate job, I was so miserable. I hated every day. Every Sunday, I was like, oh my God, it's Monday again. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. I felt very restrained, and I just generally can't deal well with people telling me what to do. And when I don't see any sense in doing that, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I also want to be free. I want to work whenever I want. I want to have my own times. I want to not have to be in a place where I maybe don't want to be. I want to be free to travel. I want to be free to go wherever I want. I have a very strong urge of freedom that I need to, for me personally, to feel good. Also, I didn't really like that when I work for somebody, there's a cap of how much money I can make. I don't want to limit myself for that. For me personally, I think that there's unlimited amount of monies that I can make, and I choose to believe that it's possible for me. So yeah, dig deep, think about what this why is for you. Number 4, figure out what your service or product is. Of course, this will evolve over time, but before you decide to quit your job, do yourself a favor and figure out what it is that you want to do instead. Everything will take a lot longer as you think it will anyways, so really do yourself that favor. Think about what it is that you want to do instead of working that job. Because if you're just miserable in your job, maybe what you need is another job. Because if you quit and then you're there and you have no idea, you have a lot of pressure when you quit your job to actually start making money. So it will be very uncomfortable to just sit there and think, what do I actually want to do with my life? So do what it takes to figure it out. When I quit my corporate job in a bank, I actually had my first business going already. It then didn't really work out as I planned, and it completely changed over time, and that's totally fine. But I worked on something already that I continue to work on. Number 5, anxiety and panic attacks. Actually, I thought it was just me having like all these panic attacks and anxieties from time to time. But being here in Bali and surrounding myself with a lot of other entrepreneurs and business owners, I realized it's normal. It can be quite an emotional roller coaster ride to start a business, and it's good to know that this is normal. This happens and it's okay, especially when you're just figuring stuff out as you go. Most of us, when starting a business, we haven't necessarily done all the things that need to be done when you start a business. So you're just figuring stuff out as you go. When I started my e-commerce business, I had no idea about e-commerce. I had no idea about sourcing products, about importing products, about all the customs and duty stuff. I had no idea, but I figured it out. So trust the process. It's okay. Have a power cry, shake it off, do something that gets you back into the vibe and keep going. Number 6, you will fail. But that's a good thing. I can almost assure you that things will not exactly work out as you planned they would or as you hoped they would. But all you need to do when that happens is to learn from it and see it as in getting one step closer to finding out what actually works. Don't give up too quickly on an idea just because your first approach didn't work. Spin it, improve it, package it differently, and try again. Evolve with the failures you have made on the way. There's literally no success without failures on the way. It just doesn't exist. And you just have to try over and over and over again. Number 7, the bitter reality: nobody waited for you. Let's say you have this great service or product. You created an amazing website, you launch it, and what happens? Crickets. Nobody cares. Nobody's just coming out of nowhere. Why? Because there are tons of people doing what you do already, or they didn't even know they need your service. Before there was the iPod, nobody thought they needed one. Even though there are tons of people doing already what you have to offer or what you do, nobody can do it exactly like you do. And this is why you need to sell yourself, your product, your service. Make it unique to you on how you sell it. You can use ads if you feel that's authentic to you. You cannot use ads, you can just use organic growth. But whatever you decide, you have to put yourself out there. There are people out there who need exactly what you have to offer. But if you don't put yourself out there, how the hell are they supposed to find you? Well, my friends, this is a lot to take in, and I really would have appreciated knowing all of this before I started. I made tons of mistakes along the way, but only through all of these mistakes I was able to become the person I am today and the successful entrepreneur I am today. So I hope in sharing all these things, you can partly learn from my mistakes and maybe make some fewer mistakes, start a little bit smarter from the beginning. But that's not all. If you start a business, there are several character traits that are necessary or at least beneficial to have. Number 1 is ambition. Think big, my love. Don't play it small. Number 2, drive. You need to have this inner motivation that makes you jump out of bed in the morning, that keeps you going. Number 3, discipline. When you give up your 9 to 5, no one tells you that sometimes you might be working 24/7. And this requires a lot of discipline. It requires discipline to work from home and not do all the other things that you could be doing with your time. Also, if you want to have a life, it requires discipline, because if you sit down and work focused without distractions, you can totally work maybe just 4, 5, 6 hours and enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your life, and still be a successful entrepreneur. And number 4, patience and resilience. Let me show you, it takes time. Nothing comes super quickly, and all these overnight successes that you see are not really overnight. They work their whole lives for that. for that moment and all the failures you didn't see. So be ready, it's a long-term game. But now I'm curious, what are your experiences? Do you find yourself in any of the things I mentioned? Do you have a business, or are you thinking about starting a business? Well, let me know in the comment section down below. And if this video was of value to you, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and I will see you in the next video.